Agatha Christie, The Secret Adversary and Partners in Crime, novels and short stories. Narrated by Mark Bowen and Peter Coates.
The Secret Adversary. Prologue. It was 2 p.m. on the afternoon of May the 7th, 1915. The Lusitania had been struck by 2 torpedoes in succession and was sinking rapidly, while the boats were being launched with all possible speed. The women and children were being lined up awaiting their turn. Some still clung desperately to husbands and fathers, others clutched their children closely to their breasts. One girl stood alone, slightly apart from the rest. She was quite young, no more than 18. She didn't seem afraid, and her grave, steadfast eyes looked straight ahead. "I beg your pardon?" A man's voice beside her made her start and turn. She'd noticed the speaker more than once amongst the first-class passengers. There had been a hint of mystery about him which had appealed to her imagination. He spoke to no one. If anyone spoke to him, he was quick to rebuff the overture. Also, he had a nervous way of looking over his shoulder with a swift, suspicious glance. She noticed now that he was greatly agitated. There were beads of perspiration on his brow. He was evidently in a state of overmastering fear. And yet he did not strike her as the kind of man who would be afraid to meet death. "Yes?" Her grave eyes met his inquiringly. He stood looking at her with a kind of desperate irresolution. "It must be," he muttered to himself. "Yes, it is the only way." Then, aloud, he said abruptly, "You are an American?" "Yes." "A patriotic one?" The girl flushed. "I guess you've no right to ask such a thing. Of course I am. Don't be offended. You wouldn't be if you knew how much there was at stake. But I've got to trust someone, and it must be a woman." "Why?" "Because of women and children first." He looked round and lowered his voice. "I'm carrying papers, vitally important papers. They may make all the difference to the Allies in the war. You understand? These papers have got to be saved. There's more chance with you than with me. Will you take them?" The girl held out her hand. "Wait, I must warn you. There may be a risk if I've been followed. I don't think I have, but one never knows. If so, there will be danger. Have you the nerve to go through with it?" The girl smiled. "I'll go through with it, all right. And I'm real proud to be chosen. What am I to do with them afterwards?" "Watch the newspapers. I'll advertise in the personal column of the Times, beginning shipmate. At the end of 3 days, if there's nothing, well, you know I'm down and out. Then take the..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?